Stop trying to be comfortable. Stop trying to make real estate this super easy thing because, hey, every YouTube video says it's easy. This YouTube video is not going to tell you it's easy. In fact, what this video is going to tell you is you have to be uncomfortable for this business to work. That's correct. You have to be uncomfortable and be okay with being uncomfortable. Why? Like, we live in a world that craves comfort. Think about your smartphone. It makes so many things easy. And let's be real, there's a lot of great convenience that comes with that. However, the world of business, I have yet to meet a successful businessman that said, you know what, building a successful business was easy. Said nobody. So, how do we deal with this idea then of, but we want to be comfortable? And the reality is, you dispel it. Get rid of this idea that you have to be comfortable. You don't need it. It is not helping you. It is not serving you. It is not going to help you grow. Growth comes from discomfort. Growth comes from doing hard things. Growth comes from figuring out challenges that you, quite frankly, have no idea how you're going to figure out. That is where the growth happens. And here's the thing. Your best doesn't come out when you're comfortable when you do real estate. Let me say it again. Your best does not come out when you are comfortable in real estate. And quite frankly, probably in anything else. So, how do you get your best out? By putting yourself in uncomfortable positions that force you to grow, that force you to be resourceful, that force you to figure things out. It doesn't mean the problem will be solved easily. In fact, it might be nerve-wracking. You might pull your hair out a little bit. Some of these gray hairs on my head came from, I labeled them with property addresses that were just such big headaches that we had to figure out. But the reality is, in our discomfort, that's when we grow. That's when we make moves. That's when we take steps that we know on the inside we need to take. Steps that you know in your gut, you know, I need to do this. I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, I know I need to do this. I know I need to go make calls. I know I need to make offers. I know I need to call this person back. I know I need to put some marketing out. I know I need to follow up with people. I know I need to follow up more than one time. I know that I need to market more than once. I know that I need to get help on things I don't know. I know I need to get a mentor. I know I need to get, some professional to help me do something. We know, but we don't do it because we have to face the discomfort. And that facing of the discomfort is the difference between you being where you are now and where you want to be. Because to get where you want to go, you will have to deal with discomfort. Okay? There's no other way. That is the way. Maybe that's the secret to success. I don't know. It's a pretty good secret. That's not really a secret, but it is a fact. You have to deal with the discomfort if you're going to make progress. Okay? Talked to people yesterday. Oh, I know I can do this. Tremendous skills in an area that would serve them super well. I don't know if I'm ready to this. I need a break. Okay, we'll take a break. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. We all need a break. Life's we all need a break, right? Nothing wrong with that. But when the break time is over, you're still going to have to deal with this. Okay? Maybe, and here's the thing. You can't tell yourself, well, if I just have a little more time, I can psych myself up and get ready for this. You know what one of my mentors told me? We're really good at the tip your toe in the pool technique, right? You know what it is. You go to the swimming pool. It's maybe not 90 degrees outside, and you put your toe in the pool to test if that water's cold. Okay, and you're not sure, and then you tip it in, and you're like, "Oh, it's kind of cool," but and your brain's like, "Is it too cold? Is it kind of cold? Partially cold? Will I be okay if I jump in? Do I ease in? Do I maybe go in through the steps?" And my mentor told me this. He said, "Frank, a lot of the times when there's discomfort, or there's discomfort, you dive in. That is the way. You get there, you just dive in." And guess what? When you dive in, you make adjustments a lot faster. You dive in that swimming pool, you're going to make adjustments real fast. Swim faster, generate body heat, maybe get out of the pool if it's too cold, but you're going to make adjustments a lot faster because you chose to confront the uncomfortable faster. Think about that. You address the discomfort faster, you get results faster. How cool is that? How cool is that? I listened to a pastor once, many years ago. He's since passed away, but he said something I never forgot. He said, when there's a challenge, run straight at it. Not because you want to, and that doesn't mean do it recklessly, but confront it and go at it. Why? Because you'll get to the other side of it sooner. You will get to the other side of it sooner. You will figure out the strategy on how to handle it. You will find out what the challenges you need to overcome to get there faster are. There's literally no downside to confronting the things that make us uncomfortable. So choosing to be uncomfortable is actually your biggest upside. Think about that. Choosing to be uncomfortable ends up being your biggest upside because it gets you to grow, it gets you to move forward, and it gets you closer to your results, and it exposes every challenge, or at least a lot of them, that you'll have to deal with along the way sooner so that you can make adjustments, adapt, get better, get resources, get people to help, whatever it is you need, and address those things. Is it work? Yes, it's a lot of work. It's usually a lot more work than we even think it's going to be. So don't go into it thinking, well, it will probably be more work than you think it's going to be. But you will also find it's usually a lot more doable than you thought it was going to be. It'll be more work than you thought it was going to be, but a lot of times you'll find it to be a lot more doable than you thought it would be. Why? Because you took action rather than sitting back and, I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I want to be comfortable, while your brain comes up with 1,001 reasons to make whatever the uncomfortable thing is harder than it really is. So stop making what is hard harder than it really is. Just go ahead, choose to be uncomfortable, get better, make the progress. Your best doesn't come out when you're comfortable in real estate. Your best comes out when you embrace discomfort with a bear hug, squeeze it tight, and then squeeze all the juice out of it and move forward and get closer to what you're aiming to achieve, and you'll get better every step of the way. So, hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. See you around.